Trail talk time. Exploring this amazing trail. Walking by the river flowing. Got the birds above me honking away. I'm at a moment in my life where there's a great shift happening. On March 2nd, my body decided it needed to purge, and I was vomiting up everything and sweating like no tomorrow and releasing a whole lot of stuck and blocked emotions. And it was just in time for the March 3rd portal. Mathematically, it was a very significant day. 3-3 is such a powerful number. And this year in 2019, if you break it down to the root digit, 2 + 1 + 9 is 12 or 3. 333. And I needed to release all that is keeping me stagnant so that I can allow new energies to flow through me more. And so I wanted to talk today about the greatest shift that I know of, called the Precession of the Equinoxes, where Earth is spinning in a wobble. It has this tilt, and approximately every 26,000 years, or closer to 25,800, give or take some years. It's hard to find out the exact number, but we go through one complete cycle of this tilt. And there is so much knowledge out there dating back to the far past from Vedic scriptures and stuff, talking about these ages that we go through as we shift and we tilt, because we are experiencing different energies. And there are many things correlated with this. You know, we can see how as we shift, we are also connected to this greater body around us. The earth is, and the sun is moving around the earth. And the sun is going through its cycles as well throughout the galaxy. And they've discovered that there's a dwarf star, some refer to as the black sun, that the earth is revolving around. It's this binary star system. And it's also going around the black hole at the center of the galaxy. And so all of these things are affecting us on this earth as we move into these different energies, moving in and out. And they say that we are moving out of the dark age, or the Kali Yuga, as they say in Indian tradition, into the Satya Yuga, or the Golden Age. And this Golden Age, which many know as the Age of Aquarius, right? That's what that song was all about. The Age of Aquarius. It's all about us coming into greater alignment with all of this energy, coming into realization of who we truly are, of our interconnectedness. This is a key word. I think now the main thing that is shifting us in this way and helping us, as they call the age of Aquarius the age of information, and technology, is the internet. You know, the internet is allowing us to receive all of this information from around the world and connect to the world, making the world smaller and smaller every day. You know, we're able to all connect to each other that much more easily and see how everything is connected. And this has to do with us waking up to who we truly are. You know, we're not separate from everything. We are one with everything. All is interconnected. So as one thing shifts, everything else therefore shifts. So there's a lot of stuff going on around 2012. And much of it had to do with the Mayan calendar showing the end of an age in 2012. What they call a Baktun, or a great year for them, which is 5,125 years. And many people were obviously correlating it with some doomsday event or something. But really it was signifying the end of an era, the end of a way of being, and the start of something new and fresh, being reborn in a way to our truth. And really from my own experience, you know, there's so many different dates that people correlate this age of Aquarius starting, so it's really tough to say when, you know. Some people correlate it to 1998 or 9, or even further in the distant future. But for myself, I felt a significant change in my life right at the end of 2012. And so at the start of 2013, there was a big move for me. I moved physically to a new place. And starting there, I began to shift my ways. You know, I was living in darkness for a while, not knowing who I was or what I wanted to do in my life. Getting drunk and just wasting my days away listening to violent music or doing things that weren't serving my highest purpose, and hanging out with people on the same vibe or, you know, even lower. And after I moved, that place that I started to live in, all of a sudden things started to shift for me in better ways. You know, I started to learn important things and start to think about what's important in my life. You know, I was getting more introspective, and it really took effect closer to the end of the year. You know, I was going through this job training for a long time and spending time and effort and money into it. And I started the job and I got fired for a silly reason, some miscommunication. But it made me think about all of that time that I put into it And I was essentially giving my worth to this job and defining myself by this job so much. And then it was gone in an instant. And I had to take a step back and say, you know, what's most important in my life? Where do I need to put my worth? Where do I need to put my focus? What is something that cannot come and go, that cannot be taken away from me? And I realized that my health was the most important thing. So I started to take control of my life by taking control of my health and doing what I can to stay healthy and raise my vibration. And I was learning about energy and vibration, and it all correlates. Every little thing that we do in life matters, especially what we put into our bodies. The food that I was eating was one of the biggest shifts that I was making. The music I was listening to, all of these different things are information, or they carry vibrations, and they affect us in major ways. Just as these cosmic cycles and stuff carry all of these different vibrations, and they affect the planet, which affects us. You know, but learning about this precession, it really just brought me a lot of hope to see how we've learned from patterns in our past, and we've seen some incredible high times looking back to ancient texts and seeing these ages of enlightenment. And we've gone through some darkness, but now we are returning to a new golden age where we are waking up to our true nature, our interconnectedness with all, our oneness. We're realizing how we affect each other so much, and one thing affects the rest. We're seeing that we're not separate from each other at all. We're one. And as humanity, we must realize this. We are one species. We can't keep staying divided. I feel the suffering of the planet, and it hurts me in my heart. And it comes from that ignorance, not realizing that when you affect somebody, you're affecting yourself. You're affecting a part of yourself. We're all one family on this planet. And so we must realize this and start to live in loving ways, starting with ourselves. We must learn to love ourselves wholly and completely, and not look externally for the love that we seek, but realize that we are the love that we seek, and become whole within ourselves. And from this space of empowerment, we can then empower others and awaken others. And I'm getting emotional talking about it, because it's so sad to see how stupid people can be sometimes on the planet. How we kill each other over power, over control. There's a system that's set in place to continue to siphon people's power by dividing us. But we mustn't allow this to happen. We don't have to be a part of that system of ignorance and hatred and division and classism and everything that separates us, like race. This is all an illusion. And that's what it is. When we think that we must look outside of ourselves for empowerment, this is the greatest illusion, which stems from the illusion of division or separation in the first place. We feel we're not whole, so we need to look outside of us for something to complete us, when we're already whole. And so now is a beautiful time to look within ourselves and to feel and to realize our wholeness, to realize we are more than enough right now. We don't need to try and live up to some type of expectation that we see in the world. Try and be something and do stupid things in order to get it. We already have more than enough. And people are just going to continue to wake up to their true divine powers, their true divine essence, and feel that wholeness and realize that they are love. So I want to just share this beautiful love with everyone. I love you all. I wish only blessings and good health and peace and joy to this beautiful world. And I hope that we all can find out what our true calling is in life, for that will lead you back to your wholeness. So that's all I wanted to share for today. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Bless you all. Peace and limitless love.